Hello, everyone. I'm Joanna De Ninis, and this is Truth Talk for April 18th, 2026. The topic for today is self-reliance. I may have mentioned this before, but I'm in the process of divorce with my husband of 27 years. And it's not something I saw coming, but nonetheless, it happened. And I'm faced with it. Luckily, we're handling it amicably. Our children are adults, so it's just a matter of dividing assets, really is what it comes to, and deciding, well, basically, how we're going to carry on afterwards, who gets what and how we pay for it and so on and so forth. So, um, but what I've learned is I am now officially self-reliant or self-independent, which is essentially a newfound independence, which is actually kind of nice, where you can make your own independent decisions. I don't have to consult with anyone. I find that things that I used to not do because my husband just did them automatically, now I do, and it's not a big deal. I can handle it. I can do it. I know that my environment's different. It's a lot calmer and um, more peaceful in a lot of respects, and that's kind of nice. Um, that like I said, it's there's the not so great aspect of it because I always thought I would grow old with someone. Um, we would, still be in our kids' lives together and so on and so forth. And so there's that aspect. But at the end of the day, we all have to rely on ourselves. We have to be self-reliant. We have to be our own best friend, so to speak. Um, when things go awry, we have to turn inward and find the strength within to handle it. And there's something to be said about that. That's to know that you can depend on yourself and that you don't need anyone, that you can face any obstacle, any challenge in life and still be okay. That you have the freedom to make decisions on your own without consulting anyone, that you can, choose to do whatever you want in life without having to answer to anyone. Like I said, if I want to go on a trip, I just take it, don't have to worry about it. I can take calculated risks, things that my partner was more conservative and always afraid to do. Now I can just do it. So there's a lot to be said for self-reliance or self-independence. And honestly, I'm embracing it. I'm kind of I'm okay with it. I'm actually looking forward to a future without so many constraints and limitations and fears. I can be me again, that childlike inner child freedom that we all want, that I remember as a child feeling you can do anything, and I'm starting to feel that again. I can make my world or what I want a reality. I can have fun. I can enjoy life. I can do or go anywhere I want. I can, like I said, make perhaps some risky decisions, some calculated decisions, but they're mine. And I can take that opportunity. I don't have to consider or reconsider or perhaps not go down that route or road. I can do what I want. So a lot to be said, and just like anywhere else, I mean, we're obviously, we're not alone here in the sense that we need others in our lives, and I've got some great friends, and I'm very thankful for that. And we want that company, that reciprocity, that, companionship, and I'll have that with friends. I'm pretty sure I will. And that's a good thing because, we're social creatures. We don't want to be alone. But being alone and being self-reliant is two different things. Self-reliant is knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way, do whatever you need to do. And truly, you can't really care for someone else unless you're fully taken care of and cared for. So it starts with us. It starts with us making sure we're whole, complete individuals, that we're able to, before anything, before helping another, we have to help ourselves first, right? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. So once we are strong and self-reliant, self-independent, self-sufficient, right? It's only then that we can truly help another, right? I mean, we can still help people, but you know what I mean? We're in a better position to help other people. And that's what I want to do. I want to help other people too. And that's why I started the Reach nonprofit, the Integrative Healthcare Cause through Reach, which is to, help people overcome chronic health challenges by funding and paying for their alternative care Eastern medicine practices. Um, a lot of us, you know, live day to day, not probably not even realizing that we're dealing with some type of chronic health challenge. I think a lot of us think it's quote unquote normal, right? We just kind of carry about our day, lots of times struggling with whatever chronic pain or, you know, um, having trouble losing weight or, you know, some type of thyroid, Hashimoto's autoimmune condition. We accept this as our normal and we forget that it's not really normal, right? So a lot of people are going to be able to benefit from this cause. Um, I did put a cap on income. We will always help anyone, but we will only pay for those that make less than $100,000 on their taxes, whether they're single or married. So I feel like that's a fair approach, right? Because people that make more than 100,000 probably can afford their own alternative care. And I would like to apply for Arizona, dollar for dollar tax credit, as a qualifying charitable organization. And I think that's a fair exchange to take, what would be tax revenue. Um, People that donate to the cause would get a tax credit from Arizona Department of Revenue, if we are a QCO, right? Qualified charitable or qualifying charitable organization. So to me, that's a win-win-win, right? We're going to help people get healthy. They're going to be, less strain on the system for Medicaid. And like I said, we get the funding because the tax money that would go to the state comes to us. So it's a win-win-win. And I see this vision as truly being a wonderful success, right? Um, my motto is heal people, heal the world, right? And when we're healthy, we're going to be happy. We're going to make good decisions. We're going to make good choices. We're going to live fulfilled lives. We're going to be able to have fun and pursue our passions, our dreams. It all starts with having good health, right? And not just physical, but mind, body, soul health, right? It's going to be mind, body, soul healing. So anyways, if you're interested in the cause, learning more about it, perhaps donating if you have extra resources, please go to www.reache.group, GROUP. On the main page, homepage, you will see a place where you can donate now, or you can go to the causes page. You'll see just the integrative healthcare cause for now. In the future, there will be other causes. That's to be determined or announced at a later date. And also on the front page, you can join the Reach Facebook group, which is a support platform. You can also join the Reach YouTube channel, which is where you can find other videos like this. Just so you know, when you're on the website, there will be contact forms that pop up pretty much for everything you click on. And that's because that information will be integrated into MailChimp so we can stay connected in the future. I promise I will not sell your information. This is just so we can, again, stay connected. Um, and like I said, that's pretty much it. If you could just please, you know, like, subscribe, share this video, comment. I'd love to get feedback, good or bad. I don't care. Just let me know that you're, engaging with my content. Somebody told me, these videos, they're not scripted. I just come on. I'm trying to post something every day to grow the channel, to get the word out, mainly for the Reach Integrative Healthcare cause. Someone suggested I post daily, which is what I'm doing. So I hope that it works, right? Because I definitely have to get the word out there. And once we fund the cause and I can build the platform that is going to facilitate this whole program, and the plan is to go start local in Arizona, but to grow nationally across the US and perhaps beyond. So this is it's a big dream, right? But it's I believe it's going to happen. I It's my calling, my passion, my purpose. I believe it's why I'm here. I believe this was given to me to carry out, and so that's what I'm going to do. I know a lot of people might question or don't quite understand it, and that's okay, you know. And right now, it might not be for everyone. Maybe people don't understand, but I'm sure I'm going to reach, no pun intended, reach those that do understand, that could use some assistance and getting healthier again. And we're going to help people one at a time. And I'm sure that once we're a proven success, there'll be more people that will join at a later date when they're ready, right? Because we can only help those that want to help themselves, right? And I know that. I've learned that. I can't help people unless they want to be helped. So I will be looking for applicants once we get fully funded after the software program is built out. Um, I'm going to be funding the cause and, like I said, looking for applicants who are going to be committed, who are going to be accountable, and are going to do the work. There'll be a medical team, you know, naturopathic doctors, functional medicine doctors, acupuncturists, whomever that's going to assist with their healing, to overcome their, you know, their diagnosis, so to speak, to return to normal or to be in remission, whatever have you. Um, they have to be committed in doing the work and hold themselves accountable, because obviously if they abandon the program, it's not going to be a success. So I'm looking for someone who's going to be able to dedicate the time, who's going to follow the program, that the treatment protocol that their practitioners have suggested they should follow. And I have an associate in risk management, so I will be monitoring the success of the program. Obviously, if someone abandons the program, then it's not a failure, it's they abandon it. But for everyone that completes their treatment protocol per their given diagnosis, I'm going to want to know, was it a success? Was it a failure? And we're going to learn from that. And we're going to pull that information for future cases, right? So we're going to have an idea of what works, what didn't work, and you know, bring that information, carry that forward for future success. So very excited about this. Finally meeting the people that I need to meet. Um, Understanding now that, like I said, everything that happened in the past happened for me, not to me, and for good reason. Is to prepare me for what I'm going to do, because I see this as a huge humanitarian effort. And like I said, I see it as being a huge success. So, yeah, so at least, at the very least, please stay tuned. Um, you know, just your support, just showing up, just even watching these videos, I really appreciate it. It shows me that you care, that you understand, that you know, support what I'm trying to do, and that's support enough, you know. Um, like I said, I there's people out there that might have extra resources that can give, and that's great if you can, but I understand if you can't. So don't worry about that. But anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye.